So the judge in Alec Baldwin's trial has dismissed the jury for the day as the defense team has now filed a motion to dismiss the case, actually accusing the prosecution of not disclosing evidence. The jury didn't hear any testimony on day 3 of Baldwin's involuntary manslaughter trial. Now, the actor has pleaded not guilty, as you know, and he insists that he didn't even pull the trigger on that gun in question. The convicted armorer, as you know, for that movie Rust, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, is expected, though, to possibly take the stand Monday if testimony does resume. She's currently serving an 18-month sentence for failing to properly check and secure that gun that killed the cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Jacqueline Lee is outside court in Santa Fe as things are sort of happening now in real time once again. Also, our legal contributor and trial attorney, Brian Buckmeyer. So, Jacqueline, let's start with the newest piece of news here, and that's Baldwin's team asking the judge to dismiss the case. So, what happened?
Yep, that's right, Kira. There's a lot going on right now. So the day kicked off with the defense arguing that the state purposely withheld evidence. So what happened was after Hannah Gutierrez, the movie's armorer, after she was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter, there was a good Samaritan who turned in ammunition to police saying that this ammunition was supposedly on the set of the movie Rust. What the state did was that they actually filed this supplemental report. This ammunition was not placed with the rest of the evidence from the movie shoot. And so before this trial even kicked off, the defense team of Baldwin, they said, give us all of the evidence. So the state did not turn over this ammunition. And so that is the basis of this entire argument to dismiss the case, is the defense is saying we had a right to evaluate this ammunition. Now, the state is saying this ammunition actually came from Gutierrez's father's friend. So there were ulterior motives. And then on top of that, the state is saying this ammunition did not even match the ammunition from the scene of the movie. So the state is saying we did not withhold anything. It was not relevant to the case. Now, what is happening right now is so the judge dismissed the jury, told them to come back on Monday. And the judge now has to decide if she wants to dismiss the case or not. So both of the legal teams are currently in court. Baldwin walked out. We don't know why. The judge then said, do you guys need, a break? And then Baldwin's team says, well, no, in 5 minutes. And then Baldwin just walked back into court. So a lot of things are unfolding as we speak, Kira.
Wow. So, Brian, what do you make of all of this and also the defense making this motion to dismiss? What could happen here?
Yeah, so I'm very passionate about this because I've been in the place of the defense during things like this. Now, you're going to hear two different words, Brady and Giglio. Brady is a case that talks about exculpatory evidence, evidence that can prove your innocence. It's probably not the situation here, but Giglio uses Brady and goes a little bit further and talks about the credibility of a witness. Now, while this evidence may not prove Alec Baldwin's innocence, it does go to the credibility of why would you keep this information separate and never turn it over to the defense? The defense does have a constitutional right to cross-examine and inquire and test the evidence on behalf of their client. And so not turning it over, regardless of how important the prosecution does or doesn't think it is important. And the reason why I'll say it, I'll give you this example. I represented a single mother. She had a 6-year-old, and I never got information about a gun case where there was a gun in her purse, where 2 co-defendants were consoling their girlfriends saying, don't worry, I can't go to jail because the gun was put, not found, put in her purse. On the eve of trial, that was turned over to me, and I was screaming so hard at the prosecution, I almost got held in contempt of court. Because for over a year, I had to explain to a single mother that she may not see her child until that 6-year-old turns 9.5 or 21. Evidence must be turned over, regardless of what the prosecutor thinks about it, because the damage that it does to a client is massive.
All right. We'll follow the latest developments and see what happens and see if things get going again on Monday. Jacqueline, Brian, thank you both so much.